everyone, and welcome back to Podcast English Talk. I'm Mary, and I'm so happy you're learning with us today.
Hi, everyone. This is Tom. Thank you for joining us for another practical English lesson.
We hope you're feeling relaxed and ready to improve your English. Today's topic is small but very important.
Yes, today we're talking about how to use a few and a little.
Many learners confuse these two expressions. They look similar, but they are used differently.
Some students say, I have a little friends.
Or they say, I need a few water.
And those sentences are not correct. So today we'll make everything clear.
Here is the simple rule. We use a few with countable nouns.
And we use a little with uncountable nouns. That's the main difference.
Countable nouns are things you can count, like books, chairs, or friends.
Uncountable nouns are things you cannot count directly, like water, time, or money.
For example, I have a few friends in this city.
Friends are countable, so a few is correct.
But if we say, I have a little money,
Money is uncountable, so a little is correct.
both a few and a little usually mean a small amount but enough.
For example, I have a few questions.
That means not many questions, but enough to ask.
And I have a little time.
That means not much time, but enough to do something.
Let's compare two sentences. I have few friends.
That sounds negative. It means almost none.
But if you say, I have a few friends,
That sounds more positive. It means some, and that's good. Let's try a short conversation. I'll start.
okay, go ahead. I'll respond naturally.
Tom, do you have time to talk? I have a few questions.
Yes, I have a little time right now. We can talk for a few minutes.
That's perfect. I only need a little help.
Sure, I'm happy to help. You have a few good ideas already.
See how natural that sounds? The nouns guide the choice.
One common mistake is saying, I have a little friends.
That's incorrect. It should be, I have a few friends.
Another mistake is, I need a few water.
Water is uncountable, so it should be, I need a little water.
This rule is simple once you see the pattern. Countable equals a few.
Uncountable equals a little. That's your foundation.
Practice with real-life examples. That makes it easier to remember.
And don't worry about small mistakes. Learning takes time.
In the next part, we'll go deeper into the difference between few and little and a little.
We'll also practice real-life speaking situations, so stay with us.
You're doing great so far.
Keep listening to Podcast English Talk. Now we're going deeper into the meaning difference.
Yes, this part is very important because one small letter can change the feeling of a sentence.
Let's start with few and a few. They look almost the same.
But their meanings are quite different. The article a changes everything.
If you say, I have few friends,
That sounds negative. It means almost none.
but if you say, I have a few friends,
That sounds more positive. It means some and not's enough.
so few feels like a problem. A few feels like a small but good amount.
Imagine someone moves to a new city. They say, I have few friends here.
That sounds lonely. It suggests they don't have many connections.
But if they say, I have a few friends here,
That sounds hopeful. It means they're not alone.
now let's talk about little and a little. The same pattern applies.
If you say, I have little money,
That sounds negative. It means almost no money.
but if you say, I have a little money,
That sounds more positive. It means not much, but enough.
so the difference is emotional. Few and little often feel negative.
A few and a little feel more hopeful. They suggest possibility.
For example, there is little hope,
That sounds very serious and negative.
but there is a little hope.
That sounds encouraging. Even a small hope matters.
Let's try a conversation with emotional meaning. I'll start.
All right, I'll respond naturally. Let's make it realistic.
Tom, are you ready for the exam? I feel nervous.
I studied a little yesterday, so I feel somewhat prepared.
That's good. I only studied a few chapters.
That's still progress. At least you didn't study few chapters.
Exactly. That would sound like almost none.
Let's test our listeners. Which sentence sounds more positive?
Sentence 1. She has few opportunities.
Sentence 2. She has a few opportunities.
The second sentence is more positive. It suggests some chances.
Now another example. We have little time.
That sounds stressful. Almost no time left.
But we have a little time.
That sounds calmer. There is still some time available.
When you want to sound hopeful, use a few or a little.
When you want to show limitation strongly, use few or little.
Understanding emotion makes your English deeper.
And deeper English sounds more natural.
Don't be afraid of small grammar details. They actually help you express feeling better.
Language is not only structure, it's also meaning and tone.
The more you notice these differences, the more confident you become.
And confidence improves fluency.
In the next part, we'll practice real-life situations.
We'll use these expressions in daily conversations like work, travel, and social life.
That will help you use them naturally.
Now we're going to use a few and a little in real situations.
Yes, this is where grammar becomes practical. You'll hear how people actually use these expressions in daily life.
Let's imagine we're at a cafe. I'll start as the customer.
And I'll respond naturally. Let's keep it simple and realistic.
Hi, can I have a little sugar in my coffee? Not too much, please.
Of course, just a little sugar coming right up.
And maybe a few cookies as well. I'm a bit hungry.
Sure, we have a few fresh ones left today.
That sounds perfect. Thank you so much.
Notice how natural that sounded. Both expressions fit everyday conversation.
Now let's imagine we're students. We're preparing for a test.
All right, I'll ask you first.
Now let's imagine we're students. We're preparing for a test.
All right, I'll ask you first. Mary, did you study last night? The exam is tomorrow.
Yes, I studied a little, but I still need more practice.
That's good. I reviewed a few chapters too.
Do you feel ready or still nervous?
I feel okay. I understand a little grammar, but vocabulary is harder.
Same here. I only learned a few new words this week.
Now, let's move to a workplace conversation. This one is very common.
Yes, especially when discussing progress. I'll begin. Do we have enough time to finish this project? The deadline is close.
We have a little time left, but we need to focus.
All right, I'll make a few changes to the report.
That's helpful. We only have a few hours before the meeting.
Then let's stay concentrated. Every small effort matters. Travel situations are also great for practice. Let's imagine we're at the airport.
Okay, I'll ask about luggage. You answer. Do you have much luggage or just something small?
Just a few bags, nothing too heavy.
Do you have enough cash for the trip?
I have a little money with me and I'll use my card if needed.
That's smart. It's always good to carry a little cash.
Now let's imagine a family conversation, maybe in the kitchen.
That's very common English practice. Let's try it.
Do we have any milk left? I want to make tea.
There's a little milk in the fridge, but not much.
What about eggs? I need them for breakfast.
We have a few eggs. That should be enough.
Great. Then breakfast is possible.
These words can also express emotions, not only objects.
That's true. Listen to this example. I feel a little tired today. I didn't sleep well.
That's understandable. I also feel a little stressed.
But I still have a few ideas for today's episode, so we'll be fine.
See how that works? Small amount, but still something positive.
Now it's your turn. Make your own sentences.
Try saying 3 sentences with a few, then 3 with a little.
For example, I have a few questions.
Or, I need a little help.
Speak out loud. That makes it more effective.
When you practice actively, you remember better.
Don't try to be perfect, just try to be clear.
Small grammar improvements create big progress over time.
And real-life examples help you remember patterns.
When grammar connects to life, it becomes easier.
In part 4, we'll talk about common mistakes.
Yes, this part is very important because small grammar mistakes can change meaning.
One common mistake is saying, I have a few water.
That's incorrect because water is uncountable.
We cannot count water as one water, two waters, so we don't use a few.
Instead, we say, I have a little water.
Exactly. A little goes with uncountable nouns.
Another common mistake is saying, I have a little books.
That sounds wrong because books are countable.
So we must say, I have a few books.
Remember this simple rule. Countable equals a few. Uncountable equals a little. Some learners use few and a few without knowing the emotional difference.
Yes, they might say, I have few friends when they actually mean something positive.
That could sound lonely or negative.
If you want to express something small but good, choose a few.
Now let's compare a few and a little with some.
Good idea, because learners often mix them.
Some can be used with both countable and uncountable nouns.
For example, I have some friends. I have some money.
But some does not show quantity clearly. It just means an unspecified amount.
While a few and a little show that the amount is small.
We can also use these in polite requests.
For example, can I have a little water?
Or, can I ask you a few questions?
These sound polite and natural.
They are very useful in formal situations.
Your tone also matters. Say it calmly and clearly.
If you hesitate too much, people may not understand your meaning.
Practice saying full sentences. Don't only memorize rules.
The more you speak, the more natural it becomes. Let's do a quick test.
I'll give a sentence with a blank. There is blank milk in the fridge. Which one fits?
The answer is a little because milk is uncountable.
Next one. She has blank ideas for the project.
The answer is a few because ideas are countable.
Great job if you got them correct.
Grammar can seem difficult at first, but step by step, it becomes clearer.
Even small improvements matter.
Consistency is more important than perfection.
Keep practicing daily conversations.
In the final part, we'll summarize everything.
And we'll give you a final speaking challenge.
Plus, we'll say goodbye properly.
So stay with us for part 5.
Welcome to the final part of today's episode. We've learned so much together.
Yes, we covered rules, emotions, real-life situations, and common mistakes. Now let's bring everything together.
First, remember this simple rule. A few is for countable nouns.
And a little is for uncountable nouns. That's your basic foundation.
Second, understand the emotional difference. A few and a little feel more positive.
While few and little alone often sound negative, they can express limitation or lack.
Let's finish with one more natural conversation. I'll start. Tom, do you have a few minutes to talk?
Yes, I have a little time before my meeting. What's going on?
I have a few ideas for our next episode. I want your opinion.
That sounds interesting. I also have a little feedback from our listeners.
Great. Let's discuss everything together.
See how natural that sounds? Small amounts, but meaningful.
Now it's your turn, dear listeners. Create 4 sentences.
2 with a few, 2 with a little.
Say them out loud. Feel the difference in meaning.
Don't just read silently. Speaking makes it stronger.
Learning English takes patience. Progress happens step by step.
Even if you only learn a little each day, it adds up over time.
And if you practice a few minutes daily, your confidence will grow.
Language learning is a journey. Keep moving forward.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. We truly appreciate every listener.
If this episode helped you understand a few and a little, please share it with your friends.
And don't forget to subscribe to Podcast English Talk. Your support means everything to us.
When you subscribe, you won't miss our next episode.
We'll continue bringing simple and practical English topics.
Topics that help you speak naturally and confidently.
All right, everyone, that's all for today. Take care and keep practicing.
Stay positive, stay consistent, and keep learning.
This is Mary.
And this is Tom.
See you in the next episode. Goodbye.